I know. First things first, I want to sincerely apologize. I know this is getting to y'all a lot later than I said that it was going to, but to be fair, 2025 ain't over yet, bruh. 2025 ain't over yet. And as I was re-listening to these records, specifically my top 10, there were just so many placements that I was just like not 100% about. And I didn't feel right putting out a list that I wasn't 100% about. And I'm 100% about this one. So I'm sorry about that, but we're going to get into it. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss anything. It is list week, so I'm going to try to upload as much as I can. Work has been a little crazy. Schedule's been a little crazy. But by the end of 2025, all list week videos will be out. Mark my words. Famous last words. At number 50, we have FKA Twigs with You Sexy-Ah. And then at number 49, we have Imperial Triumphant with their fantastic record, Gold Star. At number 48, we have Spelling with Portrait of My Heart. It wouldn't be a good year if Spelling didn't drop. And then at number 47, we have Backwash, which is what I think by far, her best project. Only Dust Remains. This is one of my favorite albums that I heard in general this year. This record is fantastic. I highly recommend it. If you like Backwash at all and you haven't heard this record, what the fuck is wrong with you? At number 46, we have Idle Airs with their album Life is Violence. And then at number 45, we have Miley Cyrus with her album Something Beautiful, which is one of the craziest musical tragedies of 2025. Like, her fan base is such a letdown. This album is beautiful and wonderfully arranged and amazingly produced, and what I think personally is Miley's best record. And to see it just get buried because her fans can't stand her doing anything else different is just beyond annoying. Please listen to this album. At number 44, we have Lil Tecca with Dopamine. And then at 43 and 42, we got kind of like a double whammy. We have Street Sex with their album Full Color Eclipse. And then we have Street Sex with Dry Drunk. At number 41, we have Geese with Getting Killed. I forever will wonder why this is the record that threw them into the mainstream. I definitely think 3D Country is a masterpiece deserving of the praise that Getting Killed is getting right now, but it's fine. As long as my favorite band is getting more recognition, it's fine. It is crazy, though, that Geese has turned into like a performative male meme. Hate that. Hate that. Never thought that would happen. Hate that. At number 40, we have Skrillex with Fuck You, Skrillex. You think you're Andy Warhol, but you're not. And then after that, we have SD Kid with Rebel. Rebel? Whatever. At number 38, we have Lord with Virgin, a record that I literally would have skinned myself alive to see performed live. But that entire tour was just sold out as fuck, like the entire fucking time. So that was cool. And then at number 37, we have Viagra Boys with their self-titled Viagra Boys. At number 36, we have one of the most legendary black metal, death metal outfits coming back to release one of my favorite metal projects of this year with by far the worst project name of this year. We have Behemoth with their album The Shit of God. At number 35, we have Rio de Young OG with Rio Free Rio until it's fucking backwards. And then after that, we have Pup with their album Who Will Look After the Dogs. At number 33, we have La Dispute with No One Was Driving the Car. It's just crazy to see a band that's been around for as long as they have in the genre that they have been, have the longevity that they do, and that they can be around for as long as they have been and still release a project as good as this one is. I love La Dispute forever, and I can't wait to get that fucking tattoo. To be cringe is to be free, man. Get that fucking flower tatted. After that, we're throwing some hands with the band Two Piece and their album Florida. And then after that, we have one of the best bands in metal returning once again. We have Piss Grave with their album Malignant Worthlessness. 10 out of 10. Pissgrave literally never misses. They literally never miss. And then at number 26, we have Rosalia with her album Lux. Another crazy slept on album, and one that I, again, will not get to see live. Those ticket prices are crazy. I love Rosalia, but those ticket prices are crazy. At number 25, we have Deaf Heaven with their album Lonely People with Power. And then after that, we have Earl's Sweatshirt back in rare form, in happy form, sober dad Loving Life. We have Earl Sweatshirt with Live Life Love. Live Laugh Love, ladies, gentlemen, theys and thems, is one of my favorite projects from Earl Sweatshirt. I love it so much. It's such a polar opposite from my other favorite project, which is I Don't Like Shit. And it's just awesome. It's awesome to see where he's gone, like from there to here, not only as an artist, but as a person, is genuinely beautiful. At number 23, we have legendary rap duo Clips returning for their album Let God Sort 'Em Out. And then after that, we have Che with their album Rest in Bass. At number 21, we have Jane Remover with her album Revenge Seekers. And then closing up the 20s, we have JPEG Mafia with his album I Laid Down My Life for You, Director's Cut. The Director's Cut came out in 2025. Okay, hop off my gawk. At number 19, we have Intercourse with How I Fell in Love with the Void. I'm so excited to see where this band goes from here. I love this fucking band. I love their sound. I love everything about it. It's so fantastic. And then at number 18, we have Sanguis Sugar Bog. I got that right, with Hideous Aftermath. At number 17, we have Lucy Dacus with Forever Is a Feeling. And then at number 16, we have Pink Pantheress with her fantastic mixtape / album, Fancy That. At number 15, we have one of the most slept on plug-in B underground artists out right now, Baby Osama, with her album Enjoy the Ride. And then after that, we have Bad Bunny with his fantastic fucking album, Debí Tirar Más Fotos. I know that, oh my god, I know that pronunciation was terrible, but that's the best one. That's the best one you're gonna get. I have dry mouth like a motherfucker right now, and I have a zin in. That's the best Spanish pronunciation you're gonna get. I'm so fucking sorry. I'm more angry about it than you are. I promise you. I know I can do better. Don't even get me started on my fall off with the Spanish language. Holy shit. At number 13, we have legendary outfit Health with their record Conflict DLC. And then number 12, we have an album that I again feel like is so slept on. Not really, because like if you're a snob, you definitely listen to this album. Choke Enough by OK Lou. Amazing. I love the production on this record. It feels like I'm being thrown into a 2000s advertisement, like I'm being thrown into like a Windows 93 2000 thing. Like it's so great. And I love the whole aesthetic. And like apparently this artist has been doing a lot of shit for a while, and I've just been completely sleeping on it. So check out this record if you haven't yet. At number 11, we have one of the best metal outfits of all time. I said what I said, at least of our generation, right? Come on now. We have Full of Hell with the record Broken Sword, Rotten Shield. We here, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and thems, we here. We are in the top 10 best records of 2025. We have Prostitute with their record Attempted Martyr. I love the sound of this record, the lyricism, the instrumentation, the production. Oh my god, I know I sound like a broken record, but I don't care. This album is so good. This record is so good, and I just Prostitute came on me. Holy pause. I found Prostitute through Intercourse, which is crazy. But like they kind of have similar sounds, but I really just love the general concept of this record. I highly recommend that you check it out. I don't even want to spoil anything. I just highly recommend that you check it out if you haven't yet, because a lot of people that I know haven't even heard of this band. So you know what to do. At number 9, we have Freddie Gibbs and The Alchemist teaming up once again for Alfredo 2, an album that I thought was even better than the first. And then at number 8, we have a record that's surprising everyone, bro. You think you're going to be surprised that this is number 8 on my list? I'm surprised that this is number 8 on my list. We have Addison Rae with her record Addison. It's so beautiful to see her grow as an artist and grow as a person and like see where she's come from. As soon as I saw her in that Sophie hoodie, I knew. But like to see how great this record is and see how much it blew the fuck up, like to see her performing in front of these massive crowds is crazy, and to see how happy she is and just being able to authentically be herself is really beautiful. I don't really want to go crazy talking about it, but you know it is. I love this album. I got Addison right there up on my fucking thing right now. At number 7, we have Ken Carson with More Chaos, a record that I definitely wasn't super into when I first heard it, but the more I just go back to that bassy, booming, chaotic production. Lord of Chaos is so fucking good. Oh my fucking god. The video, the lively, I'm with it. He gets it. Like Ken Carson really truly gets the aesthetic. And I feel like Cardi was almost afraid to lean into that aesthetic, but Ken Carson, He really gets that shit, bro. At number 6, we have another record that definitely had to grow on me. We have Turnstile with their record Never Enough. When I first heard it, I thought that it was kind of like recycling some old sounds, some old vibes from their previous record that just came out. But the more I listened to it, the more it really is its own sound, and it really is its own vibe, and it really is its own season. And I love that, and I love it for that. And again, there are parts of it that sound a little samey to me, but just what they've done with the sounds that they curate on this record just really sticks out to me, sometimes even more than Glow On. So that's why it's on here. I like this record more I listen to it, honestly. Number 5, we have Gunner with his record Silk and Shadows. Why the fuck would you listen to Two Hollows when everything that Two Hollows does, Gunner does better? I literally swear to God. Like, Gunner is one of the most slept on artists right now. He does everything himself, not to be a Russ about it, but he does like everything himself, and it's awesome. And to see him grow just in like the 2 records that he's released this year, this one being the first one, is just amazing. Number 4, we have Peeling Flesh with their record Peeling Flesh Radio 2. They're not reinventing the wheel or anything like that, but I just love everything that Peeling Flesh does, and it always hits me in all the right places. Pause. And it's just amazing. This record, truly one of my favorite things that I've heard from Peeling Flesh. The samples in this one are hilarious, and so the way they're able to choose the samples to fit the song, sometimes not even to fit the song, just to sound great, always get me every time. At number 3, we have an album that I'm not even going to talk about, because if you know me, you're not surprised. We have Playboi Carti with Music. Moving on. At number 2, we have another one of my favorite metal outfits, Primitive Man. So slept on. Holy shit. I know a lot of people love their album Caustic, but this is one of my favorite projects since then. Observance is what it's called, and it, oh my God, just, they refuse to relent their sound, and that's what I love about them. I love how pummeling and abrasive and like abusive their sound is. It's so good, it's so oppressive, and I love everything about it. That's why it's number 2, and it was so close to be number 1, but number 1 over the past 2 weeks has just shot up. At number 1, for my favorite album of 2025, we have Chatpile and Hayden Pendigo with their joint record In the Earth Again. Everything about this album is perfect. Everything. The lyrics, the production, the guitar work is insane. Not even like it's super intricate or crazy, which it is, but like it sounds beautiful, and like the tone, oh my God. I was listening to this in an Uber on the way to on the way to dinner, and so like I'm genuinely in love with this record. I'm in love with everything that Chatpile does, and this is such a weird collab, but it works. It just works, and like I said, everything about it is perfect, and that's how it ended up at number 1. That's what I had to rearrange. I'm not gonna lie, because I was like, there's no way this can't be number 1. What the fuck? But that's it. That's my list. Those are my top 50 albums of 2025. I know this video is long as a bitch, so if you made it this far, thank you so much. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss anything. Worst movies dropping next. List week 2025. I love you guys. Hope you all had a Merry Christmas. Hope you all have a safe New Year's. See you in the next one. Fuck off.
Keep you on my head like a government chip. I walk the mile, but I run this.